Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be discussing an important topic in English, and that's active and passive voice. These two are used in our everyday conversation, and it's important for us to be able to identify them whenever we speak English. Before we dive into the topic proper, here are two sentences that convey the same message but written differently. What can you say about them? The first sentence is an active voice, while the second sentence is a passive voice. Now, let's take a full understanding of the topic. The active voice is a grammatical structure in which the subject does the action. It has the structure subject plus verb plus object. We all know what the subject is. Subject is a dual of an action, a verb is an action word, and the object is the receiver of an action. Now let's take a look at this example of an active sentence. The teacher explains the lesson. The teacher explains the lesson. The teacher is the subject, explains the verb, and the lesson the object. So that is why the sentence is referred to as the active voice. This is so because the subject does the action. Now let's look at what the passive voice is about. The passive voice is a grammatical structure in which the subject receives the action. The subject takes the position of the object and the object takes the position of the subject. Here, the subject is being introduced using the word by. Now, let's take a look at the structure of the passive voice. The passive voice has the structure object plus to be verb plus past participle plus by dual. So you can see we have the object first, then we have the to be verb, then the past participle of the verb form, and we have by the dual. For example, the lesson is explained by the teacher. The lesson is explained by the teacher. The lesson is the subject in this case, is explained to be verb, and the past participle form of the verb explain, and by the dual, that is by the teacher. To be able to change from active voice to passive voice, you need to understand your tenses. Yes, tenses are very important when you want to change from one voice to the other. Once you understand the tense in which your active voice is written, then changing to passive voice becomes very easy. Let's take a look at the examples I gave earlier. The first for the active voice was the teacher explains the lesson. If you look at the sentence, it is a present tense sentence. The teacher explains the lesson. Simple present tense. Now, for me to be able to change this tense or this active voice tense to the passive voice, I am going to retain the same tense form, that is the present tense. And to say this in the passive voice form, I will say the lesson is explained by the teacher. The lesson is. I didn't say was. Is. So you maintain the same tense verb. It's very, very important. Now let's take a look at the list of tenses and their examples on how to change from one form of the voice to the other. Now your turn. I would like you to write the following active voice sentences to their passive voice form. Yes, please put down your answers in the comment as I will be responding to them as soon as possible. And if you found this lesson very helpful, kindly give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Bye-bye.